Okay, give thanks for anyone who's joining in the non-physical. I've been hearing the message for the past couple of days to come and do a message, maybe using the oracle cards. I've done some pre-channeling and meditation. Today is the 11th of the 11th, so some of us might know that as Remembrance Day. And I'm here to honour my ancestors and the ancestors around the world that have paved the way for us to live the lives that we do today. I trust with gratitude and faith that we have everything we need at any one time to move through life and the obstacles or challenges that may present themselves, and that we surround ourselves with loving souls and energies, but first and foremost that we root ourselves in love as our daily language, and that way we can influence the energy that comes towards us and the intention with which people move, and I trust that that is with love. I don't usually sort of bring out lots of crystals in this, but they were telling me to go to one of my more rare crystals that I work with, the red carnelian for root chakra. I think it's because it's to do with roots and ancestry and ancestors, and really anything that is going to support our grounding and balance as we move through these energies. There might be some revelations that some of us are facing individually or in the community or collectively, and so red carnelian, or perhaps you have a red stone anyway that you can work with, maybe in meditation, but I will just leave that there so that that's kind of connecting and grounding, protecting the space. Obviously Queen Hara wants to come on and share some love with the people, so I'm just going to do a little bit of clearing and do 2 on the clock. First and foremost, what was coming through then, it's really random. I don't know if anyone surfs or is in the water, but it's just to be mindful of the rip currents, the rip tides at the minute. I was getting a lot of wave, a lot of water motions, and my not this one, but the incense for my personal ceremony this rising was also very, very intense and whirlwind, so could signify something for you. So just be mindful of how you move over the coming days. I'm going to work with the my nature deck because of the grounding, and so I guess I'll pull out one card. Oh no, they want me to do the pre-channeling first. Okay, so in my meditation today, I worked with the flame, and immediately I got Keepers of the Eternal Flame. There are those of us that have been passed down the torch, and that will mean very individual things for us, or those who work in groups may have connection to the Eternal Flame, and the Keepers of Wisdom. So that came through quite strongly. And then I got a name for someone, but it's also connected to angels. I got the name Angela, and then immediately Cyan Super Crew. I don't know if anybody heard that track back in the day. Like Angela, Cyan Super Crew. That was a really bad rendition, but you can Google it. And then I got 911, 911. That number could mean something for somebody, or the date, but obviously it's significant when we are on Remembrance Day and for those that have passed. Prophecy, drumming. It's always great when you get confirmation on the phone. So the drumming is probably coming through for me because I left my drum in the coast, and it's also somebody might need to be using drumming more, either going into meditation and listening to drums more regularly in meditation, shamanic drumming, or working with the drums themselves. Also with the name Angela, I got another name called Bruce, Rebecca and Augustus, and Saorise, Saorise, Irish word for freedom, liberty, but it's pronounced Saorise, S-A-O-R-I-S-E. There's so many energies here that I'm a little bit fluttery, so just bear with me. But with Bruce, it's really funny because last year I do a variety of like recording when I'm channel sometimes, and Bruce Forsyth came through last year, and like nice to see you nice. He's like a British icon in the entertainment industry, and it's bizarre because I never really put it out and I don't connect with him too much, but it's coming through really strongly today. So that could be for someone. I'm here just as a channel. I'm not pushing anybody's agenda or whether you like or don't like somebody, but Bruce could be meaning something for somebody, or Bruce Forsyth, nice to see you nice, is coming through very strongly. Dandelion, and then dragon energy. We are still in the year of the dragon, and so this last season, whether it's heating up or whether it's becoming more unstable for some people, please harness the dragon energy for the remainder of the year, like while they're in very intense protection mode. It's beautiful that we can connect with dragon energy, and I have my own dragon that is always looking out for me. British English dragon, so I won't say the name, but yeah. Whether that means anything to anybody doesn't really matter. We all have totem animals, beings, creatures, mythical energies that come through to share words or messages to support our highest good, our mission, and the highest good of the collective. I have 3 very special names coming through for me, so I'm going to try not to get emotional. It's pretty obvious that she'd come through, but yeah, I know 3 elders that passed: Maud, Maudie, Sheila and Lily. I get the 3 amigos, and I get Trinity and the number 3 coming up a lot at the minute. So whether that resonates or not with anybody, 833 on the clock, I'm just here to share the love. And so I want to honour my ancestors and anybody that has transitioned and is protecting me and supporting me from the non-physical, because I've felt things all week very intensely. And yeah, so before I do the codes, I'm gonna codes, that's interesting, that came up. Just giving thanks to the fairy realm, cleansing and clearing away any darker energies so that we can always maintain messages of love and light through these channeled readings. 9:20. And so with the earth cards, I want to start again on the theme of the carnelian and root chakra, to connect with our deepest, most true selves. Elves, elvish, they're coming through. And a card did just fly out, so I'll take that in a second. Right, 2's out. I think I'm meant to be going for 3, seeing as that's come quite strongly, but let's see. Okay, wow. Happy. Right, so the first card that came out, which is really powerful because it's the year of the 8 and it's number 8 card, just in case I catch things alight. Breakthrough. This could be a time of absolute, I don't know, the word was coming through, redemption for the people, for our inner truths, for finally seeing the clarity that we need to make the decisions for moving forward in our lives. She is supported by the elements, and it's really interesting that I was channeling the waves and the riptides and the currents. You can see that in the bottom. She's connected to all the elements, the water, ether, and also butterflies. So a lot of transformation, a lot of growth. A lot of people will be coming into their harvest season cornucopia, their expansion, their moving out of the internal hermit reclusive periods outwards. Just realised that 111 has just passed. So beautiful card to connect with, number 8, breakthrough, and this is the year of number 8. So give thanks to Spirit for bringing that through. I won't be able to place the cards all on this table, so. And then the second card that came out is number 49. 13, so potentially someone connecting with divine feminine. It is a female card, but it's also quite interesting that in the images here is like a lot of passed on ancestors. They're all dressed in various robes, like monks and folk people. Someone with a kite, that might mean something, and some royalty. There's also someone with a scripture, someone reading from an old papyrus, some old kind of scroll. And this is about heightening your vitality. And so as we move through into different seasons, whether you're in the West and it's moving out of like sunshine into darkness, we need to be finding ways to harness our energy and to come back to the vitality that we can evoke when we connect to ourselves in meditation, when we go into our own personal powers supported by the ancestors. And the third card that came on, which is really lovely, it's number 10, so number 1, new beginnings, is open your heart, which is really what this 13:11 on the clock, this is really what this reading has been about. I've been called to come and share love, and swans might be significant for people. The lily is interesting because it's obviously a flower that people tend to bring to funerals for those that have transitioned, and there's a connection to 5D. As you can see, there's an energy cuddling the lady in the neck of the swan. And so opening your heart, a lot of us might be getting greater heart activations, greater messages in meditation at the minute. So that's quite a positive start, because, you know, in Scorpio season, a lot of people don't always want to or know how to face their darkness and their depth, but we don't need to move into that space with fear. If we can open our heart and use light and love as a guiding force to confront and integrate our shadows, then it benefits all of us, all of our past versions, in every single timeline, in all realms, and we support the healing of the nations, and we support the interconnectedness between the realms, well, we've all got our different belief systems. So okay, I will be connecting with lots of clearing. Oh God, I should have bought some more water. Okay, so I'm going to connect to my priestess deck with the number 49 coming out, 13, divine feminine. A lot of us are learning to balance and harness that energy better in ourselves now. You know, stop outwardly focusing and externalizing and pushing and striving and becoming more receptive and laid back and calm and peaceful and trusting of so many things come through. Just allowing the flow. We're not here to force or control anything, whether that's personal, professional, business. We just are working with intention, heart-led living, trusting that that vibration attracts and catalyses everything that is meant to bring the love that we desire in ourselves and in the people around us. Right, 2 come out. Let's just do one more for the people. Oh, there's a lot. Alright, so I'm doing again. Let me just do. Okay, that's really good. Okay, so there was a lot that was popping out, but I get told to put things back or to not, and because we're working on the theme of 3s, the first card that came out was hidden knowledge, which is really interesting because obviously the first message that came through when I was doing meditation with the flame today, with the fire, was keepers of wisdom, keepers of the eternal flame. And so with hidden knowledge, Akashic records and silent understanding, and she has a form of lynx. Okay. She has a lynx form of sort of cat, bobcat on her head, number 52, number 7, so that has been coming up as a number. Ending of cycles, and then 1727 on the clock, so 727 could be important. And obviously with the big full moon in the background, I think we're coming up to full moon maybe on Friday. So if it's the 11th today, I think it's maybe on the 15th. So we can be working with this moon to continue the power and the energy connected to this portal, whether people believe in portals or not, but between the 1st and the 11th, energies are just naturally higher. I've felt a lot of things, and dream state has been very interesting. And so yeah, hidden knowledge, Akashic records and silent understanding. So we might be inviting unlocking the codes inside of our DNA, and as the cellular upgrades are going on at the minute, we might be uncovering if we work with the root and in meditation working towards integrating the shadow, we might be connecting with the Akashic records, finding out past lives, finding out visions and memories that might serve to support us through the next season. So that's lovely as a first card to come through from the priestess realms, and we give thanks. And 27, so I said the number 77 before, this is 27. This was the second card that came out, healing the heart, the power of self-love. And so again, almost in the background there is like the 3 circles, like the Trinity. And we are moving into, I don't know why this is coming up now, but the year of the snake next year. So with the divine feminine 13, 4 plus 9 earlier coming up. And a lot of us going into sort of darker months, more womb healing, going back to sort of like connecting with the cosmic womb and meditation, divine feminine awareness, balancing that feminine and masculine energy inside of us, connecting with the goddess, the godlike self. So healing the heart, and that comes from the power of self-love. So we might be moving into a time where a lot of us are really focusing on the affirmations, how to keep our mind clean, our heart clean? How can we integrate the shadows? Apologies if things come up, but I can also end the reading if it's too jarring with the drilling. But healing the heart, power, self-love. And then balance 40, stability and standing firm, which is really interesting because it's connecting with carnelian, root chakra, balance. She's very steadfast, kind of solid in her movements, connecting also with ancient Egypt and the ways they used to be depicted in hieroglyphics. Number 44 is about stability and foundations, and so again, roots, foundations, building the solid foundation so that we can all move up and upscale, up level. And I don't mean in terms of size of things, I just mean in our lives, like the intention and the clarity with which we move forward becomes much more rooted in truth and balance and north node, heart-led desires, as opposed to shadow aspects of any form of like addiction or lust or things that are working out of demonic spirits and entities. And also today is a day to honour and bring balance through the realms, forgiveness for those who have done wrong, or right and wrong, I don't really know what I believe about that, but who have hurt people intentionally and used malintent for personal gain. That's now being cleared from the collective so that we can support the healing of the nations, because the healing of the nations is not just a physical thing, it's also ancestral, and it's in the non-verbal and across the realms. So I'm going to connect with the plant deck to see if there's any plants or any messages or plants that we can work with that might support. Okay. And this won't be through, it's sensible. I'm so happy. I've been really struggling to find it here in the markets, and I've not had it really since I've left the UK, although I did try really nice jabba juice with hibiscus at the sound system the other night. But hibiscus, joy, number 14 says 5, so a lot about like could be linking to change. There's a hummingbird, that could be your totem animal, but hibiscus for me is one of my favourite flowers. As a Taurus, Venus born Venusian woman, hibiscus is a Venusian plant. And you know, if we're in the shadow period, if we're in sort of Scorpio season, not everybody finds it easy to move through these darker months, so we can use herbs and plants and flowers and teas to support our internal balance, like our joyful inner child, playful energy, our heart. So hibiscus might be something that we can connect with as a tea or as a juice, or even if we see it around as a flower, we might want to put it on our altar to honour the ancestors, because obviously today is a day where we're honouring ancestors, and altar creation and connection is something that's really, really powerful. And I only speak from lived experiences and things that I didn't do before and have done now, and the reason why I talk about them is because I'm finding great value in it and living this way. But obviously we've all got our own missions and paths, and this is the way that I dedicate myself to my practice as a spiritualist. Lavender oil, someone might be needing to put that on more at night if you're struggling to sleep at the minute, on your pillow or your pulse points. And I just wanted to connect with the animal deck. And I've got 2 flowing out, and they want me to go one more, so just so they fell together, so I'll put the one that sort of like hit the ground first. Peacock, which is really interesting because went to a wildlife place the other day and we were talking about peacocks, and I was like, oh, there's one that walks around Holland Park, and peacocks are very powerful energy, and obviously it's a certain season, so I don't know, the men might want to be claiming their women and showing off and trying to get the attention of ladies, but that's not what all peacock's energy is about. So peacock is an animal that could be your totem animal, or an animal you might want to read more into as personal message of luck and good fortune, and also protection in the houses with their feathers. And very powerful animal, crocodile, my totem animal, and grateful to be connected and protected by Sobek, learning how to practice discernment, moving between the realms and gaining a thicker skin as a little sensitive fairy. Crocodile has been very, very powerful and important animal for me to connect with, to find my truths and to support the powers and the energies that have started to come through with me as I've found my purpose and mission. Number 3 is the dragon. So that's even more beautiful confirmation that my angle is here, and we're in the year of the dragon. And it really is important to not forget that if we're struggling with this next season, is to connect with dragon energy. As I mentioned at the start, I was pre-channeling in my meditation today. And out of all the cards, these 3, which also represent elements, air, water, ether, kind of the special, more mythical creatures, and the dragon has come through as a divine protector. And also someone might need to be connecting more with dragon energy. And so I don't think there's anything really that they want me to say or to read to you from the books. It's already been quite a long reading, 2646. I give thanks to the energies that have been supporting the reading today, even though I might have been a little bit, my energy might seem weird or strange or new to people, but just, I'm in new land. I'm in the city. I went to a big party the other night, connected with lots of energies around, and so that's why this reading was important to be done today. It's the collective and the various names that have come through, because this wasn't about me. I do my work separately. And yeah, thank you for those that have been here today, and I trust that you'll connect with the ancestors and whoever you desire for our highest good, the highest good of the collective and the healing of the nations, because we are individually more powerful than we have ever been taught. And I know that the energies for the last season of this year, 2024, 2027, I don't know why I was going to say that. 11, 2027, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's just 11. 11's is divine protection and angel protection coming through. Sorry, frequency's changing. So I'm going to leave now. I give thanks for being alive, for life, to be able to share what I love to do with people, for those that like it or not. We're all here on the planet to serve our own personal purpose, which is connecting to our heart-led living and the power of love, and then doing what we need to do to support ourselves and our families and those that we love and the wider communities around us, so that we can all start to live in ways that we are deserving of and destined for. So you might like to light a candle today. You might like to say a few words of thanks and forgiveness, even if not all of us agree or like or just want to pass opinions on the ancestors. It's not really about that today. Things are bigger than third world opinions. Energy never dies, and so we're all connected to much more than we realise at all times, and just carry that frequency of love, and you can get very far in life. So I'm just going to do a little outro with Queen Hara, because she's a bit of a diva sometimes, and she's here to support